Hey everyone, continuing the theme of creation on this hike, thought I'd read some verses from Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 to 3, and it says, "And the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made." And so there's a little word in there that I'm focused on this morning. It's the word all. It said that God rested from all the work that he had created and made. All means all. It means everything. In verse 1, it mentions that the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. So that means everything. Everything that he had made in that 7-day period that we read about in Genesis chapter 1 were completed. All the host of them. Everything in heaven and earth. That would include, to me, everything. Man, animals, fish, birds, plants of all kinds, the dry land, the heaven, our atmosphere, outer space, the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the hosts of them, and angels also. Some of you probably think I'm crazy believing in this creation thing, but you know what? It's so complicated. You look at the human body, and it's such an amazing designed machine. Our brain being the master computer. You know, I take my hand, and when I was a young man, I used to open and close it and wonder how this thing in my head with all those neurons and connections going down through my neck, through my arm, to my hand, and without even really thinking much, I open and close it. It's an amazing, amazing design God made. And so I think it's easier to me to believe that there's a creator. You know, if you look at a complex machine that we use, you know, look at my gear. Got hiking poles. I got a backpack to carry my gear in. You know, my gear is organized inside my pack. And if I were to tell you, you know, I'm just going to take all this gear that somehow designed itself and throw it out as a mess on the floor, maybe throw a bomb in the middle of it, an explosion, and somehow that's going to form into this pack that's all neatly packed into my back, you'd say, you're nuts. Well, that's what evolution teaches. It teaches that this explosion, when have you ever seen an explosion create organization? It's always chaos and mess and destruction. And so we observe destruction from explosions, but we're supposed to believe that an explosion created organization in this complex, amazing universe and planet that we live on, that we enjoy exploring. It's not possible. And so I believe in the Creator, and he created the heavens and the earth, and he gave us an example of resting. I don't think he needed to rest, but he gave us an example that we should work hard, and after a period of time we should rest. We do that when we hike on the trail. We hike for a time, and then we take a 0 or a narrow to rest our bodies and build back up so we can go out and do it again. And God gave us that example. All right, everyone. I got long-winded. Sorry about that. Praise the Lord. Hey everyone, I thought that was unique. The bottom half of this tree is rotted out. Hey everybody, it's day 2 out on the New England Trail. It is Tuesday, March 13th, 2023. Gonna do a short day today, a little over 6 miles, maybe 6.5 miles. I was supposed to stay at a campsite that I reserved. I think with the weather tomorrow, today is going to rain later today. I was going to get there early and just hang out. But I'm still close enough to home. And Sue's going to pick me up again and bring me home. And then I can evaluate tomorrow. A nor'easter's coming in tonight. Going to be heavy rain, flooding, high winds. And tomorrow's going to snow. So we'll see what it looks like. And I'll evaluate tonight what my plans will be for tomorrow. If I think I mentioned yesterday, if I have to skip a day, I have reservations up north, so I will just continue on my plan for the next day and come back and fill in a section if I need to. So playing it by ear though, today I'm putting in a little over 6 and gonna enjoy the trail while I can. Praise the Lord. Just came out on this little road here, a little short road walk. Coming up here and heading back into the woods, you can see the turn on the telephone pole right here. Following the blue blazes north. I'm cutting back up in there and going back into the woods. So I gotta share with you some of my internal struggles today. With this nor'easter coming in, my wife gave me a bailout option of hiking up to a road. Again, instead of taking the fork to the right to the campsite, taking the fork left. Be about the same hike distance-wise today. But I could go home, get out of the weather, and then it would shorten my hike tomorrow if I'm able to go by about 1.5 miles. Actually, it's going to shorten it by 3 because I'd have 1.5 miles back to that fork and the 1.5 miles to the road I'm going to. So it turns a 13-mile day into a 10-mile day tomorrow. But I'm kicking myself because, right now it's pretty nice. It's cloudy. The air's a little damp, but it's pretty nice being out on the trail. And I'm like, I should be camping tonight. But I can't second guess it. This came from back there. Another neat ridge I'm walking along. Or below. And heading north in this direction. Praise the Lord. Just had my first decent climb of the trip up this ridge. Puffing. Almost to the very top. Goes down on the other side. I'm sure I'll be heading down eventually. But right now, going over the ridge. Walking along another ridge. And I have to admit, I did it again, everyone. The trail is up here. There's another trail right down to the bottom of the hill below the ridge. I got a little farther up and I noticed a building. And I also noticed I wasn't seeing any blue blazes. So I pulled out my Far Out app and realized that the trail was up here on the ridge. So I had to backtrack a couple tenths. And sure enough, I missed a turn. Head was down. There was a double blaze pointing up the hill. And I missed it. Just came from back there. And I'm heading north that way. But I noticed this little pond down here. Take a stroll down and check it out. Small. I bet you there's a couple nice fish in there. Not sure how deep it is. Maybe it'll dry up in the summertime. But it's pretty. I hit the junction of the Menunkatuck Trail and the Mattabesett Trail. I just came from down there off the Menunkatuck Trail. 5.4 miles back to Route 80. It's about 16 miles from the shore to here. So that's done. Finished the Menunkatuck Trail and going to the Mattabesett Trail. I'm heading north toward Massachusetts, another 95.7 to Mass line. Heading for Route 77, says 1.4 here. Gut Hook says 1.3. That part of the Mattabesett goes east to the Connecticut River. I did that in November. Actually did the whole Mattabesett Trail in November. So another thought I'm having is with the storms the next couple days, I've already done the Mattabesett in November. So if the storms turn out to be real bad tomorrow, maybe I'll just skip the whole Mattabesett section since I've already done this and pick up with the Menunkatuck, but not getting the full camping experience. I was supposed to camp tonight and I'm gonna pass on that. And not sure tomorrow. Tomorrow I really want to camp. There's a neat little twin shelter on private property, the Cattail shelter. And I really wanted to stay there, but we'll see how it is tomorrow. All right, everyone. Almost to the end. Another 1.3 to go. Praise the Lord. Up on a ridge. Really nice. Love it with all the trees bare. I can see through to the valley below. Got some big ridges off to the right here. Hey everyone, just came from back there up a pretty steep climb up on a ridge looking down at Route 77 in Guilford. Got 0.2 to go. My ride will be waiting for me. For 2 days I'm at 17.3 miles at Route 77. That's a 6.4 mile day. And Sue's gonna pick me up, go home, and we'll watch how the storm turns tonight. If it's good, I'll be back on the trail tomorrow. If not, in a couple days. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great day. God bless you. Praise the Lord.